Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to another Heterosexual Month. Yeah, this is a 1963 American musical starring the one and only, yes, the one and only Elvis Presley and Ursula Andress. Yes, the very first Bond girl in the Bond franchise. And this is his 1963 considered classic, even though he's not really in. He's in the film, but where they filmed it, he wasn't. That's Fun in Acapulco. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I saw this last week on Amazon Prime with my family. It's a lot of charm. It's 97 minutes long. It's got the real Elvis in it, not some impersonator like Austin Butler, that movie coming out this summer. I don't care about it because it's not really Elvis. The movie made $3 million, and this was back in '63, so there was a lot of thing. The film will be Presley's last release before the arrival of Beatlemania. The four Beatles. It was the top-grossing movie musical in 1963. Yeah, the films featured the top 10 Billboard hit "Bossa Nova Baby" and reached number one on the National Weekly box office charts a week after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy in Dallas, Texas. And yeah, what's the plot? Well, Mike Wingren, who's Elvis Presley, works on a boat in Acapulco, Mexico. Really filmed in Los Angeles because he couldn't go there. When Janie Harkins, the bratty daughter of the boat owner, gets him fired, Mike must find new work. A Mexican boy named Raul, who's adorable. This kid is really good in the film. He's actually, yes, Josh, hear my words. He's the great uncle of Haley Steinfeld. So look it up. His name, the actor's name is Hold on, I'm not lying. So don't act like don't freak out because he's I'm not lying. Larry Domasin. Domasin. He's the great uncle of Haley Steinfeld, which that I thought when I read that I was like, that's really cool. Her uncle was in. She has a lot of film. There's a lot of actors in her family tree. Anyway, back to the plot. Raul helps him get a job as a lifeguard and singer at a local hotel. Clashes abound when Mike runs into a rival lifeguard who is the champion diver of Mexico. He is angry at Mike for taking some of his hours and for stealing his woman. Mike is recovering from PTSD, a fear of heights, following a tragic high wire accident during his career as a circus performer. Yeah, basically, he's in the Flying Graysons, like they did with Robin in Batman Forever in the animated series. Yeah. However, after Mike sees the lifeguard perform a number of dangerous dives, including flips and high first dives into a section of the pool surrounded by a ring of fire, he decides to get even with him and eventually sets himself up to perform a death-defying dive off a 136-foot cliffs of La Crabada in front of hundreds of people, and he succeeds. It's a stunt double, which is when you don't see Elvis on screen, it's a body double to take his place because, again, he wasn't allowed to film in Mexico back then. There was riots at the time. Mike dives off the cliff and successfully lands in the water, earning the lifeguard's respect. As the crowd and the lifeguard applaud, Mike performs one more song and leaves with Margarita and Raul. Yeah, the two girls are Margarita Dolphin, played by Ursula Andress, who's the youngest, and you have Elsa Cardenas as Dolores Gomez, a beautiful Mexican actress, light skin, beautiful green eyes, dark hair. She's still alive, too. She's like 89 years old. And there's some other people in the movie there's Terry Garr has an uncredited accredited extra role. Tony Tarrant as a trumpet player. Red West as a poolside guest. The rival guy is Alejandro whatchamacallit. I think it's who is it? Is it Alejandro Reyes Moreno? Yeah, he's the rival guy. He died young though. He was only 57 in 1987 when he passed away. He was an Argentine actor. And then you have Terry Hope as Janie. Janie, she's in like one scene in the beginning. Robert Caracart as Jose Garcia. He was a French actor. Yeah. So there's a lot of people here that aren't Mexican, but there's a few that are. And I like the songs. I think some of the songs in the soundtrack are really catchy. They're fun, they're lighthearted, and they're short. This isn't a 3-hour musical like West Side Story. It's pretty short. And yeah, they said that the reception, it got a pretty good reception. In a positive review, they said this attractive travel poster for the famed Mexican resort is far and away Presley's best musical feature to date. It's a pleasant, idyllic movie that never takes itself seriously and moves briskly under Richard Thorpe's direction. And Mr. Presley has never seemed so relaxed and personable. Yeah, and it's really him. It's not some imposter. I don't want to see a person impersonating Elvis. I want to see the real guy on screen, or listen to the man's actual voice. I don't want to dub over, because that it feels fake. When it's an actor portraying Elvis, it doesn't feel the same. It feels inauthentic. And I feel it's just a disrespect, considering, what kind of movie that is. This movie's well done. It's colorful. Elvis likes girls in this movie, the way it should be. And, it's a beautiful looking film. Yeah, some of the, there's Spanish in the movie. I was expecting that. Like Coco or Encanto. The Mexicans are there. They're there to play music, and that's it. They don't have any character. They're just there. I'm just going to say that. But it is a better movie than the 355. And unlike the Green Ice, there's no rape scenes in this. Absolutely none. It's the 60s. They didn't have that kind of filth in the movies. It's a very lighthearted movie. It's G-rated compared to some of the musicals I've seen recently. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See this movie. It's on Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you can watch it for free. You don't have to rent it. It's worth a watch. It's an old movie from the 60s, so you got to know the time period it was made. So you're not going to see a lot of people of color except Spanish people. That's about it. So know what you're getting into before you see it. So that's fun in Acapulco, and I'll see you guys in the next one.